Okay, good evening. I hope that you can listen. Okay, I'm gonna explain this. We're gonna start tonight with this vocabulary that is related to shift, balance shift. Shift. Okay, balance shift. So here we have basically some vocabulary, right? That's it. Because it is always related with accounting. Okay, so maybe if we don't know, we don't have, we are not part of this area. Okay, maybe we are not familiar with this. But it's good, right, to know, as the previous. This unit has a vocabulary related with accounting. Okay, just in case that you have let's say, that you are involved with this part, with this kind of job. So let's see, here we have some elements that we can know, okay, about this balance. Okay, I don't know if they are similar in Spanish because honestly, I don't know them. Okay. Okay, so we have, for example, there that it says, right, at the end, total stockholder equity. So in that case, we have something similar like capital contable total. Okay, so as I said, it's accounting, right? So we have when we talk about stockholders equity, stockholders equity is stockholders accionistas. Okay, so it's the people, right? That I think that we all know that kind of vocabulary, maybe no like the last one. Total stockholder equity. In that case, change a little bit. Okay. En ese caso cambia, como ustedes ven, un poquito por una palabrita, pero cambia. Okay, so we have at the end capital contable. Okay, total capital contable. But in this case, we have, right, capital contable, but individually, stockholders can be accionistas. Okay, so that's what we have. What else? Total. This is the one that we studied, the previous. Do you remember the meaning of liabilities? Esto lo vimos en la unit, en the vocabulary, uno de los vocabularies. No, don't you remember? Anybody?
No, teacher.
No. Okay, so liabilities is like pasivos. Okay, pasivos. That I told you, well, I think that pasivos are that kind of money that is there, right? And it is not used. Y le pedí a alguien si sabía más sobre el concepto, no la idea general, that in my case I have, okay? Tell me a little bit more. But in that class, in that occasion, nobody could tell us a little bit more. I don't know if now, si ahora hay alguien que nos ayude un poquito más con esto de los activos y pasivos and this kind of vocabulary, because it's not the same, right? Understand the word like in Spanish. Okay, activos, pasivos, entradas, salidas, but specifically, right? There is a more technical. Okay, so if nobody else, well, maybe we can keep the general idea. Okay, so that's what else? Capital surplus. In this case, surplus is like excedente. okay? Capital surplus. You can see here plus, right? Is like más. So surplus is excedente. So this is a vocabulary that we can find, right? Capital excedente. So as in Spanish, we know, we have the idea, we know those, we have heard those concepts, but we don't manage them, maybe, right? Pero si algún día usted le toca que hacer ahí un asistente o en estas áreas, well, there you have, right? Some vocabulary. Okay, well, I think that's it. That's all that we have. Okay, it's a little bit, let's say, technical, right? Or complex. So this is the vocabulary. Basically, it's a vocabulary because it is dumb. Okay, I mean, it's not that we're gonna create a balance sheet. Okay, because well, I couldn't I couldn't do it. But in this case, it's just to get familiar with some vocabulary that appears or are part of this kind of balance sheet. Okay, so that's it. That's it. Okay, so if you want to make a more specific information about this vocabulary, I mean, you can help us, right? Remember, in this case, stockholders, dijimos que era what? Accionistas, right? So in this case, common stocks son acciones. Okay? Stock, acciones. Stockholders, los accionistas. Common stock, well, it can be, right? Like it is acciones comunes o acciones ordinarias. Okay? Excedente, as I said, surplus, stock, acciones, accionistas, okay? Surplus, excedente. What else? Well, that's it, right? Liabilities, pasivos. The other, I think, account payable, I think it's common. Okay. Assessed, do you remember the meaning of assessed? In the previous vocabulary, we mentioned two. Anybody who can help me to talk about this, the meaning of assessed?
Activos. Activos.
Activos. Okay, activos o también like evaluar, right? Could be. Okay. Well, that's what we have because this was in the previous. This and this was in the previous. Maybe the new are those stockholders, stock, surplus. Those are the new words. Okay, and that's it with this vocabulary. Okay, so let me go back to the topic that we were studying yesterday, and we were talking, if you remember, we were talking, okay, I decided to complete the topics of the book today. Because remember, as I said, these are the official topics, right? So I'm gonna cover, so I planned to cover the book today. I mean, in the first book, okay, the topics. And tomorrow, I'm gonna go back, let's say, to the topic of infinitives, infinitive and gerunds, because remember that is extra, okay? That is extra. So I need to cover all the official topics before. So tomorrow, in the class with the time that we have, since it is extra, okay, I will share as much as possible. Okay, lo que me dé el tiempo, mañana podemos tranquilamente ahondar en esos temas extra complementarios de lo que les dije ayer, ¿ok? De la canción, del infinitive y todo eso. Because it's good, but it's extra. Okay, so we're gonna cover, as I said, today's in the first book topics, and then tomorrow, okay, I will be working again with that complement. Okay, but let's finish here because we still are in this part, right? That it was after prepositions that we were studying yesterday. So after preposition, that's what I was explaining, but I got here for you because yesterday I told you that I will give you more, right? Some other expressions. So here you have, because this is part of the official topic. So in this case, I'm gonna do it today. Okay, so because here we have some common expressions with prepositions. Accused of, afraid of, famous for, be fed up with, be good at, be interested in, okay, and be satisfied with. So you see that be sick of, be tired of, etc., right? So the point here is maybe not to memorize all of them. It's just for you to see, I mean, today, right? But you can, I'm gonna share this to the group so you can study, okay, let's say with more time, you can study or you can get familiar with these expressions that you can see that we have a preposition. The point that I want is that you, because they are not the only one, but the point that I want is that you remember, that you observed and remember what I said yesterday, that there are some expressions that have a specific preposition, okay? Or part of the expression uses a preposition. You see, like yesterday, right? I was mentioning good at. You can say bad at too. I'm bad at typing. For example, in my case, I'm bad at or bad at typing. I'm bad at typing. Always with at, no for. I'm bad for, no, bad at. Like we are good at, the opposite, right, of good at is bad at, bad at. Bad, and always with ing, the verb, bad at typing, bad at swimming, etc. Okay, so here we have more examples, so you can see that it's very common. That is the point that I want you to see. That is very common that many verbs or the expressions have a preposition. Okay, so if we use a verb after these expressions, for example, be sick of working, be sick, but in that case, don't get sick of working, okay? Or I am sick of working. For example, right, just to take some examples, I am, it means be, right? So it means that we're gonna use here a verb to be formed when you have a person. For example, in this case, be interested in. So I am or she is, we're gonna change be, of course. Cuando ya le pongo una persona, tengo que, you know, okay, change be. So I am interested in working in this company. I am interested in learning a new language. I am interested in studying a new career, in traveling. I don't know. So you see, that's the point. Of course that in many expressions, not always you will have a verb. I'm interested in languages, for example, right? Estoy interesada en idiomas, en los idiomas. No necesariamente estas expresiones tienen que llevar un verbo después, pero como nuestro tema es con un verbo, ¿ok? Llegaron verbs after prepositions. That is the topic, verbs after prepositions. So in that case, that's why I'm using a verb. But of course that we can use a noun. Okay. She is good at, let's say, at math. She's good at history. She's good at English. She's good at languages. Ahí no estoy usando un verb. So we can combine it, right? Okay. And the same with all of them. Not necessarily we need demand is demanded that we have a verb. No, sometimes it's not a verb. But the point is when we have a verb, use it with ing after this preposition. Look at here. We have something else, right? Worry about. Worry about. No, worry for. It's like good for. No. Worry for. No. Worry about. Okay, and here you have different ways to say. Thanks for the phone call. Thanks for calling. You see, here we have a preposition. So we use thanks for calling. Thanks for inviting us. Esto es lo mismo que esto. Right? This is just another way to say it. Thanks for the invitation. What is the difference? What is the difference, ladies and gentlemen? What is the difference between these sentences and this sentence? What is the difference? What can you tell me? What can you notice?
Energy.
And the other? So it means being more specific? Yeah, that's the idea. But why? What else? Anybody who can complement that idea, that good idea? Okay, as one of your classmates said, the ing, right? So in other words, it means that here we have a verb. And in this case, we have after the preposition, we don't have a verb, we have a noun. That is the difference. That in the first group, we have a noun. In the second group, we have a verb. That's it, okay? In the first group, we are using a noun after the preposition. And in the second group, we are using a verb after the preposition. Thanks for the phone call. It's not a noun, a verb, I mean. Thanks for calling. But it's the same idea, right? So you can see we can express in a different way. The same idea. And with prepositions. But that's what I said. No necesariamente después de una preposición siempre tengo que usar un verbo. No. You see? Obviously, the rule is for verbs. Entonces, si no tengo un verbo, no es que le voy a agregar ing a lo que venga después. You see? And here we have more examples. Okay, so let me share this in the group. And we have a couple of exercises. Okay. There you have for you to study maybe, right? Little by little. Okay, now that we covered, just let me open an exercise. Let me open the link. So we can do a couple of exercises. Okay. Let's see here. We did together the first part of this exercise. So we're gonna do the second part that is related with, as you will see, it is related with prepositions. Okay, look, here we have two parts, right? We have the first part and the second part. So what we have to do is recognize what is the complement. There we have an example. Do you ever dream of, what makes sense? Meeting your favorite singer? Do you ever dream of meeting your favorite singer? So in that case, you can see that we have the preposition in blue. All the prepositions are in blue. And then we have the next part, we continue with a verb. And the verb is with ing. Okay? So let's continue with number 2. With number 2. Okay, let me know when you have that part.
Letter A, doing some
Okay,
part-time job.
can you read the full idea, please?
Okay. Are you interested in doing some part-time job?
Okay, are you interested in, let me see, it would be letter A, right? Doing some part-time job. Okay, sounds very good. Letter A. Yeah, are you interested in doing some part-time job? Excellent. I think it makes sense. Okay, so we got this one to do it easier for you. Let's cross out the one that we are using. So next, whenever you have that, read it, please. Read it. If you have the answer, go ahead.
Please don't leave without saying goodbye to me.
Okay, please don't leave without, it would be letter E, right?
Yes.
So, please don't leave without saying goodbye to me. I think sounds good. Okay. So you see, please don't leave without saying goodbye to me. No te vayas sin despedirte. Despedir. ¿Ok? Decir adiós. Okay, so you see, without saying. So let me cross out letter E. Okay, let's see, number 4.
Fatima is good at parking her father's car.
Excuse me, can you repeat, please? That I didn't listen clearly.
Fatima is good at, it's number 4, yeah? Fatima is
Yes,
good
the one
at,
that is marked.
Fatima is good at parking her father's car.
Okay, letter F. Okay, so thanks. Fatima is good at parking her father's car. Okay, makes sense. Sounds good. Okay, let me cross out letter F. And next. The one that is marked is the next, guys. So that's why I'm marking. So if you are ready with number 5, read it, please, for everybody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We
It's
ended
easy.
our party full of guests by seeing you tonight.
Okay. By seeing you tonight. Make no sense, I think. You said we ended our party full of guests by seeing you tonight.
Which is, uh, we had our party full of guests by thanking everybody for coming.
Yeah, I think that one. Yeah, we ended our party full of guests by thanking everybody
Everybody for
for
coming.
coming. Yeah, it makes sense for me because look at the last one. I'm really looking forward to, it would be letter B, right? Seeing you tonight. Okay, that makes more sense than the two last that are missing. So I think it would be the one that Mr. Who, Barriento said. And here we have, therefore, letter B. Okay. So let's check this part. We did it. Let's see. Okay, yeah, those are the correct options. It makes sense, right? It makes more sense. And I want you to see this. Which one? This one, letter D. Letter D was, we ended our party full of guests by. Next verb, thanking everybody, preposition for coming. So in this sentence, we have two prepositions, by and for. After those prepositions, we have a verb. Both verbs are with ing. You see? So it doesn't matter the position. It doesn't matter how many, the number. We're going to respect the rule. If we have two prepositions and verbs after those prepositions, they go with ing. Okay? So that's what we have, you see? And you can notice this. Look forward to. Is this common? No. Letter B. I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight. Okay? Looking forward to, do you know this verb? Do you know the meaning of this verb? Can you help me? Looking forward to?
Delante de.
No, in this case, no. It's a combination, so it's a different verb. Forward is, yes, it's the position, right? But in this case, no, because it is combined with looking and with to. All the verb, guys, this is a new word, a new verb. No, don't look at individually. Looking forward to. Las tres me hacen una sola idea. In this case is like ansioso, ¿ok? Tener muchas ganas de, cuando usted tiene algo, quiere hacer algo con mucho feeling, con mucha emoción. ¿Y qué decía? Emoción. Ansioso de. Okay, so in this case, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Okay, estoy ansioso por verte. To seeing you tonight. So the point is that this verb is fairly special. It's fairly special. Why? Because this is not common, that you have to and that you have the ing. Because the expression is this one, right? Let me write it here, the full expression. I'm looking forward to. Es que como lleva preposition, entonces lleva preposition, pongo el verbo directo. Eso es lo que la gran mayoría hace. But in the case of this verb, is something special for this verb, seeing you. I'm looking forward to seeing you, not to see you. Pero solo en este verbo hacemos eso. ¿Por qué? Porque esto es parte de su nombre. ¿Ok? Es como parte de su nombre. Entonces, we use, and it's a preposition, right? Part of the name is a preposition. So in this case, I'm looking forward to. No es porque viene el segundo verbo. Como cuando decimos, want to do it, need to do it. ¿Verdad que cuando yo le digo, ¿cómo se dice querer? ¿Qué me diría usted? Can you tell me how to say querer in English?
Want.
Correct. You just tell me want. You don't tell me want to, because to is not part of want. To is, we use to because we have a next verb. ¿Ok? Entonces, más bien, ese to que ponemos después de one es porque viene otro verbo. El otro verbo es el que necesita. No porque sea parte de su nombre, let's say. But in this case, yes. Looking forward to. Por ejemplo, si usted dice, I'm looking forward to Christmas. Usted siempre va a usar, I'm looking forward to my birthday. Look. I'm looking forward to my birthday. Aquí no estoy usando verbo, ¿verdad? Esto no es un verbo, esto es un noun. I'm looking forward to my birthday. Entonces, aquí usted puede notar que este tú no es porque venga otro verbo. Porque si yo digo, I want, let's say, a soda. Mire, como no estoy usando otro verbo aquí, ¿qué pasa? No le pongo el to. No digo I want to a soda. Le pongo el to porque bien, cuando venga otro verbo, I want to, como acá viene un verbo, le tengo que poner drink a soda. So that is the difference. Que want no es parte de su nombre. Solo se pone porque viene otro verbo. Pero en el caso de looking forward, es parte de su nombre. Este to es parte de su nombre. Entonces, haya o no haya verbo, yo siempre lo voy a poner. Ahora, eso es la gran diferencia. So that is why when I said I'm with a verb, I'm looking forward to y viene un verbo. See you, seeing you. Okay, you see the difference. Acá es parte de su nombre. Por eso venga o no verbo, aquí yo siempre lo pongo, aquí no. To no es parte del nombre de want. Entonces, si no viene verbo, yo no lo ocupo. So that's why this is a special situation. This is a special case. Because to use to and ing is not common. Nothing at all, para nada, nothing at all. ¿Ok? Así es que no se me vayan, estoy explicando esto para que no se me vayan a confundir que esto es posible y puedo usar los dos. No. En la gran mayoría de los verbos solo se utiliza uno u otro, no esta combinación. This is an special, let's say, situation. Okay, very, very specific situation. So because you will use, as I said yesterday, o usa to en medio de los dos verbos o utiliza ing en el segundo verbo, pero no así como aquí. And that is why. So this is a special verb. And here you can see more examples. Let me try to put it closer here. Okay, looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. I'm looking forward to working. This is common in the goodbyes letter, for example, right? Looking forward to seeing you. Con ansias de reunirnos, con ansias de volvernos a ver in an office, right? In an email, you can say that. Even in a business letter, looking forward to seeing you. Looking forward to meeting you. So it means que tiene muchas ganas, ¿verdad? De hacer el negocio, está emocionado, está entusiasmado, le parece bien. Okay, but of course that this is not just for a business. You can be, as you say, right? Looking forward to seeing you again. Can be in a romantic way or can be in a non-romantic way, not necessarily something romantic. If you say to someone, I'm looking forward to seeing you, to meeting you. It depends, right? It depends on the context. The person will understand. I'm really looking forward to working with you. You see this example? I'm really looking forward to working with you. Okay? Well, that's what we have. And let's continue. I'm going to give you one more link for you to work together to close this topic. In this, you're going to see different verbs, different reasons. Okay? Puede que esté como subject, puede que esté de los verbos que hemos visto y puede que no estén, algunos sean nuevos. Okay, but try to do it, please. Try to do it individually. If you identify most of them, perfect. Maybe not all of them right in this moment, but most of them, excellent. The idea is to get familiar. So here we go. Send your answers, please, when you finish. When you're done, send your answers to the group. In that case, you just need to do click, click, click. Of course that you need to remember, right, the situation. Well, in case that you have any doubt, maybe you can, if you want to try or if you want to say it until the end, but if you want to try, okay, I need number 3 and I'm not sure, I have a big doubt here, I don't know. So you can say, right? Or just try it individually and send the results. Okay, here I got the first, Mr. Fuentes, right? So there you can see Mr. Fuentes in number 8. Making was the option. Do you recognize why, Mr. Fuentes? Now that you see that it's incorrect, can you recognize why?
Because before we have the verb exercise.
Okay, in addition to exercise, no, it doesn't matter. And we have a comma. It means that it's not connected one with the other. And remember that the idea is, no es que exercise es uno de la lista de los verbos, no. Porque en todo caso, remember, el primer verbo está generalmente conjugado, right? Pero no es parte de exercise el grupo de los ing. There is a comma. In that case, it's because it's a subject. Making just a few other changes in your life can help, right? Honestly, this is a little bit difficult to see. Ya es más completo, más complejo y más elevadito, ¿ok? El reconocerlo ahí entre todo eso. But that's why, okay? So, excellent. You did a very good job. But in that case, it's because of that, okay? Just a few of other changes in your life. Puede ver que usted está hablando de el hacer. Puede ayudar, right? Estoy hablando de la acción hacer, del hacer. Can you see that?
Yes, teacher.
That's why. And the other part that you have that incorrect. Stop drinking was the correct. Why? Because in that case, it would be well, but there is a mistake there, you know. La correcta es stop drinking. ¿Por qué? Porque la idea es, according to the reading, stop permanently. Aunque ese es del grupo que solo medio mencioné. Ese es del grupo que si cambio ing permanente. Si pongo con gerund, con infinitive, temporal, right? But in this case, the idea is to stop drinking, dejarla. Okay, dejar las bebidas carbonatadas, not more, or drink fewer, okay, or, bueno, no es un error, porque ese or corta, excluye, entonces sí puedo usar, porque generalmente se usa en la primera ing, en la segunda también, cuando van conectadas, pero en ese caso el or me separa las ideas, las individualiza, pero la primera va, stop drinking, because it's permanent. The idea is that you don't drink anymore. And that's why stop drinking. Don't drink anymore. Okay? But excellent. It is really good. Okay, you have a lot in just those two. Excellent. So let me see here. The other is, okay, in number 5, no sé si Mr. Jerez está oyendo por ahí, pero number 5 is in. In is a preposition. Entonces ahí sí, claramente, Mr. Jerez no era tan tricky, right? Era de recordar, Mr. Jerez. Ok, in is a preposition. Por lo tanto, necesito in finding. Finding, I mean. For example, walking or riding. Okay, you're back to school or to a friend's, use the stairs. Okay?
Okay.
And number 10, drinking enough water before, during, and exercise. Okay, eat 3 health meals a day. And we have drinking, porque empieza la idea. Y no, esa también era un poco difícil, honestamente, reconocer. Drinking enough water before, during, and after any exercise. Okay, very good. Esa última sí era un poco difícil de reconocer. Very excellent. So the point is that you recognize most of them, guys. Maybe not even the last. Okay, because sometimes it's not that easy to see the reason or to recognize what is the situation. But that is excellent. Okay, I will give just maybe one more minute, porque no sé quiénes están trabajando y quiénes no. So I will give just one more minute. If you see the subject is the most complicated, I would say that is the most complicated. The problem with a verb es que tienen otras opciones, muchas. No es que sea complicado, sino que es más amplio. ¿Ok? Y hay que aprenderse specific list, pero no es complicado. Es reconocerlo. En prepositions tampoco, solo que hay que memorizarse algunas preposiciones, que son mucho menos que los verbos, right? Los más comunes al menos. porque ya todas están igual que, que la lista de verbos con ing. Okay, well, let's continue that I think that nobody else is working. Okay. So let's continue here. So here you can see, just to see prepositions, right? So maybe Mr. Fuentes and Mr. Barrientos that are active, maybe you can help me, please, to read this. Mr. Fuentes here and Mr. Barrientos this part. Okay, Mr. Fuentes and Mr. Barrientos. Okay, can you help me, please?
Okay. Dream about eating chocolate.
Chocolate,
Look,
okay, chocolate.
chocolate. Look forward to having chocolate every day. Have receipts for baking with chocolate.
Okay,
Never get tired of thinking about chocolate.
okay.
Have
Mr.
to, s- have to,
Yes,
s- have to stop yourself from eating too much chocolate. Sometimes blame someone for taking your chocolate. Worry about gaining weight because you eat a lot of chocolate.
okay. So that's we have a chocoholic, right? Person who loves chocolate. So in this case, we have
Chocolate.
prepositions. That's why I'm showing you. It's not that I want to test if you are a chocoholic, okay? But in this case, you can see that those indicators, if we are a chocoholic person, we have with many examples with a preposition, right? Verb and preposition, about, for, of, to, again, for, about, and there you can say that you can see the verbs that are underlined because we have a preposition, we are using ing. Okay, and the one that I already explained, look forward to having. Okay, ansioso por, emocionado de. Okay, so dream about eating chocolate, look forward to having chocolate every day, have recipes for baking with chocolate, never get tired of thinking about chocolate, have to stop yourself from eating, because in this case it's permanent, right? Stop yourself from eating. So here another preposition, from. You see? So that's what we can see here, the last examples in this test. Okay. So if you answered yes to most of the questions, you are a chocoholic. Okay. So this is the point, right? You see here, because of the prepositions. Okay. One more example to close this topic. So I don't know if you have any general question before going to the next topic. Remember that tomorrow I'm gonna give the complement, like the song, right? Like the infinitive, and those parts. Okay, that will be a complement. Because in your book, the topic was gerunds. Okay, dos verbos y en cuando se usa gerund en el segundo verbo y hay dos. Y el complemento sería mañana con el tiempo que tengamos. ¿Ok? Cuando tengo esa situación de dos verbos, además del gerund que traía nuestro tema, ¿qué más hacemos? Que ya lo empezamos a ver hoy. Ayer. To mention, right? Just to mention. Okay. Well, excuse me. So let's continue. If no questions, let's see. The next topic that we have let me see. Okay, the next question that we have is this one. Okay. Zero conditional, it says, right? And what is this? What is this about? Well, you can see here. We have if is what make us the condition, the conditional. They are called conditional because something happens or something has to happen to something else occurs. ¿Ok? Primero tiene que pasar una cosa para que la otra suceda. So that is why it is called conditional. Es cuando unimos condiciones, una seguida o una resultado de la otra. And it's common, right, to try to express those ideas. Here we have some examples. What do we do if we have very low assessed? Okay, so we have, what do we do if? ¿Cuál es la condición? Have very low assessed. Y lo segundo que va a ser, lo que haré. Okay, so you can see that we have two, basically maybe direct or indirect actions. Okay, so we'll have direct or indirect actions. You see, in that case, right? Because we said if, look, if I is a condition. You see, if I, si yo tal cosa, entonces lo otro. Remember that this if means si is a condition, right? If you come early to the office, you, let's say, you leave early. Okay, you leave earlier. Si vienes temprano, si vienes temprano, te vas más temprano. Porque termina antes. Let's say, right, sometimes people arrive early, but anyway, they leave late in the office. But let's say that is a condition. Okay, so this is the point. And you can see here that can be in the middle or can be, okay, at the beginning. It's similar to Spanish because we can say a different, in the different position, right? In a different position, we can use this kind of expressions. For example, if we have, if I wake up late, I am late for work. ¿Cuál es la primera situación? Despertarse tarde. ¿Cuál es el resultado? Llegar tarde. O sea, la condición es lo que básicamente da el resultado. You see? Pero ¿cómo funciona esto? Let's go for a moment to this. Here you can see that we have different type of conditionals. We have 0, 1, 2, and 3. In this class, we'll just use the 0, the first. In the other levels, you will have 1, 2, and 3. But let me tell you in general about the way that they work, okay? We're going to study the first. But look, you will have the first when look at this, it expresses situations that are always true. Look, always true if something happens. And the combination is present with present. If I work, I make money. If I don't work, I don't make money. Eso es así porque es así. Bueno, algunas veces, si le dan, you can have money. But in general, of course, in general. This is the point. In the 0 conditional, we need to respect the tenses. Voy a usar presente simple en la primera idea y presente simple en la segunda idea. Because I'm talking about something that always is true. O sea, es una verdad, algo objetivo, que así es porque así es. Because look at the at the first conditional, que es type 1, first conditional. In this case, these situations take place in a certain condition. If it rains, we will stay at home. ¿Ok? Ya es como es verdad, pero es más personal la situación. Aunque es verdad, pero es más individual. No es tanto algo científico, algo general. ¿Ok? En cambio, en este conditional, en el siguiente, que van a ver en otros niveles, van a ver que siempre es real, pero no es tan 100% que así es, porque así es. En este caso es algo posible, algo más individual. En el tercero, it is just for unreal, impossible. ¿Ok? If I won the lottery, I would buy a big jet. ¿Ven el segundo? Ya no es posible y mucho menos real como el primero. El segundo es unreal. Ya es como un deseo más bien. Sí, ganase la lotería. Y en el último, it is used to express a hypothetical result. If I had been a writer, este es más alejado, porque si ustedes ven, va para atrás, cosa que ya pasó y usted quiere cambiarla. Si hubiera sido rico, si hubiera estudiado medicina, yo habría tal cosa. O sea, ahí ya pasó. Okay, you see here. In this case, ya es algo totalmente irreal, porque en este caso es irreal porque es bien difícil. En el 2, pero en el 3 es algo que es del pasado que yo quiero cambiar. Y that is impossible, right? No podemos cambiar al pasado. Uf, qué estupendo fuera que sí. But it's impossible, sadly. It's impossible. Entonces, esto, como ustedes ven en general, I just want to give you the idea for the next the conditionals that you will study, because in this unit, we just have 0, the 1. Okay, so the first. So we have here, in this case, real conditions. Ven que viene de, entonces estos conditionals, para cuando vean los demás, ven cómo se va alejando de la realidad. a medida va creciendo el tipo, el grupo, la realidad va disminuyendo. ¿Ok? Empieza con algo que es, porque así es, ya va a ver los ejercicios, los ejemplos y los ejercicios. Pero a medida que voy aumentando, termino en algo totalmente hipotético, totalmente imposible de modificar. Okay, you see? So that is the point here. Any question? In general, right? In general. Porque aquí solo es para que ustedes tomen la idea de qué es eso de los conditionals y por qué hay tantos. And you see another thing. Here, the combination of the tenses changes. In the zero is simple present, simple present. En las dos ideas, porque como hay una condición y un resultado, tienen que ser dos ideas. En el siguiente que van a ver, en algún otro nivel, simple present y simple future. Ya no es simple present and simple present. En el otro, simple past and conditional. En el otro, past perfect and conditional. Esto es todo, probablemente no lo han visto algunos. Entonces, pero el punto es que tienen un tiempo específico. Cada conditional ocupa un tiempo específico. Y un uso específico que cada vez se aleja más de la reality. You see? So in this case, we are going to, in this case, in this unit, in this level, you will work with zero. It means that is true. The situation is true. It's something that many times is even scientific. It's not something that I think, that I consider. No, it is because something real, right? So we're gonna focus on this one. Okay, we're gonna focus on this one. That is something true always. And we have the combination of simple present and simple present. Those are the points that we need to identify. Okay, so when we use this, you can see here simple present and simple present. We just type zero in general truth, habit, real world, scientific facts, okay, explanations, guidelines, advices, instructions, o sea, son cosas reales, objetivas, no es que sueño y si me gano la lotería yo hubiera, o si hubiera viajado contigo, habríamos ido, ya pasó. Si hubiéramos viajado el año pasado con mi familia, no, ya el año pasado ya pasó. ¿Cómo regresar atrás? Solo es in my imagination, right? My wish. Ese es el 3. Acuérdense. So in this case, you can see 0 real situations, real things. For example, if you boil water, it evaporates. If it boil water, first verb, hervir, present. Second verb, evaporates, present. Ahí está uno de los dos requisitos, present, present. And the second is that is true, right? It's general truth. And in this case, it's even scientific. If you mix yellow and blue, you get green. This is the condition. ¿Qué tengo que hacer? Mix yellow and blue. ¿Para qué? Para obtener verde. And this is not because I said that. No es como el siguiente conditional, el 1, que voy a expresar cosas. Si llueve, no iré a la escuela, a la oficina. Esa soy yo, no es medio mundo. Puede decir Mr. Fuentes, no, yo llueva o no, yo no falto. So that is more individual, right? This is something more individual. the next conditional, that is the first. So you see the difference. In this case, this conditional is something general, okay, and something real. So it boils water, it evaporates. If you mix yellow and blue, you get green. No es porque yo lo digo, eso así es. Okay, so that's the idea of the first conditional. Don't forget to use present and present. Two ideas. Always we need to have two ideas, right? Okay, present simple again, to talk about things that are always true and scientific facts. If you heat butter, it melts. If you get I get tired if I exercise hard. Y solo yo, en términos generales, ¿no? Nos cansamos si caminamos mucho, si nos ejercitamos. Okay, this is something, let's say average, right? General. No solo a mí me pasa, al contrario, puede ser que alguien se ejercite increíblemente y como que nada, eso ya es algo excepcional. So, porque puede que pase. But in this case, we are talking about the general situation, the general, let's say, facts. If you heat ice, it melts. If you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. If you want to be fit, you need to exercise every day. Y solo yo. All right, eso pasa a la mayoría. Si quiere estar en forma, lo primero es hacer ejercicio. ¿Y eso solo a mí me va a pasar? No. This is something general. ¿Ok? Pero, teacher, hay excepciones que la gente hace y hace ejercicio, pero tiene otro tipo de problemas y no logra. Ah, but those are exceptions, right? The general is the situation. ¿Ok? Exercise connected with fitness. Eso es lo general. Porque alguien puede ir más allá de lo evidente o puede ir más allá, pero es que no a todo mundo le pasa, pero sí a la gran mayoría. Eso es lo que estamos acá básicamente tomando como hecho. If I listen to loud music, I always have a headache. No, pero hay mi vecino espera todo el día y noche casi con la música y ahí anda bien feliz. But the average is that one, right? Being with loud music the whole day long, most of people, okay, maybe not 100%, but for many people, most of them, it is not something, let's say, good, right? And we know that it's not healthy. So you see, aquí podemos ver eso, cosas generales, aunque no a todos nos pasa al 100%. Algunas sí, como if you mix, what? Blue and yellow, you get purple, or which one? Don't you remember? Or that if you boil water, it evaporates. Cosas que sí son porque son 100%, right? Pero hay otras que usted puede ver que no es 100%, pero están dentro de un rango bien grande y bien que podemos generalizar. If it rains, the ground gets wet. Well, this is definitely right. True. If it rains, the ground gets wet. So you see here many examples in which we have that situation to use zero conditional. And the point is to use if and present and present. Okay, well, let's do the exercise in the book. Okay, maybe when you got number 1, number 2, number 3, you can tell, and we can do it together. And remember, the idea is to express two ideas related, dos ideas conectadas. Una repercute en la otra. Esa es la estructura que estamos ahorita aprendiendo. Cómo expresar dos ideas cuando van conectadas, una repercutiendo en la otra. ¿Qué es real en este caso? Situaciones reales. That's the point. Okay, let me know when you're ready. If you have number 1, number 2, etc., share. Okay, do you have nobody? Nobody has the number 1, number 2, I don't know. Let's do one by one. And you can see here when. When, here is missing the N. Okay, but when, we can replace sometimes if by when. And it represents a condition too. Okay, this is another way to express a condition. The original or 100% condition is with if. But we can express a condition not using just if. We can use when. But it's the same idea. Okay, let's see. No volunteers, so let me see who can help. Maybe Mr. Barrientos. Do you have the first?
Number 1 first.
Yeah, first, number 1, correct.
If I wake up late.
Okay, if I wake up late,
Okay.
what happened? Verb to be in present for I?
Do.
No, miss.
Do.
Am.
I am.
Verb to be in
Okay.
present is
Present,
am.
I am.
I am late for work.
I'm late for work.
Correct. Thanks, Mr. Barrientos. Okay, so you see, guys, in this case, verb be means that we, and the indication, the instructions, right, that I shared with you was simple present and simple present. 2 ideas. Remember that I said, in these situations, we have two ideas. Esta es la primera idea, la primera situación. Esta es la segunda. Two ideas. Porque una repercute en la otra. Una es necesaria para que la otra suceda. Eso es lo que estamos tratando de cómo expresarlo en inglés, right? Esa situación. So, and the other is present simple, present simple. Wake up, present. And I am, porque ya recuerden, esto es igual, no voy a poner, si es presente, no voy a poner be. El presente de el verbo to be, ¿cuál es? Am, si es I. Are, si es you. Is, si es she. Es la misma historia. No importa que esté combinado acá. And you can see here, we have a comma. Si usted usa el if al principio, o sea, que la condición va al inicio, primero deja ir la condición, hace una pausa, no necesito nada. ¿Ok? Pero a veces, I am late for work if I wake up late. En este caso, si el if puede ir en medio también, que primero va lo que resultó, lo que me sucedió por tal condición. Podríamos dar al revés. Primero la condición y después lo que sucede, o viceversa. Primero lo que sucede por esa condición. En ese caso, el if va en medio. Por lo tanto, por escrito no voy a ocupar coma. Pero en escrito, si la condición va al inicio, lo que significa el if al inicio, sí utiliza coma. Look in number 2. You can see that, what I'm explaining in number 2. In this case, the condition, what is the condition in number 2? The condition, what is the condition in number 2?
That he cooks.
Correct? If he cooks alone, this is the condition. Para que pase que esto se va a quemar. No, la comida, right? No él.
Sí.
Okay, so the condition is, qué mala yo pensando que él se va a quemar. No, it's the food. Okay, so in this case, if he cooks alone, esa es la condición para que queme la comida, que nadie le ayude. So the condition is in second place. Si la condición es que cocine solo, ¿y qué va a pasar si cocina solo?
Quema la comida.
So this is the result. But in the first, and therefore you can see, is in the middle. If is in the middle because the condition is at the end. And in number 1, the condition is at the beginning. Here we have if. So the condition is at the beginning. Si te despiertas tarde, ¿qué te va a pasar? Esa es la condición que te están dando. ¿Qué te va a pasar? Ese es el resultado, va en segundo lugar. En cambio acá, el resultado iba primero. ¿Por qué? Ah, por esto. Esta era la condición. So you can change. It's not necessary to use if. Remember that if is equivalent to the condition. So it's not necessary to use if or the condition in first place or in second place. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The idea is that you always connect it with the condition. Okay? This is necessary. Porque no me va a poner el if con el resultado. So we need to be clear what is the result and what is the condition. That is the only point. Because the position, no problem with the position of if. Okay, so that's correct. So what is number 2? My son, what?
Burns.
Burns, because it's in present, right? And it's third person. We're gonna respect that all the time. Exactly. What else? What else? The last part, mister? My son burns?
The food if he cooks alone.
Correct. Both with S because it's simple present in both, because it's a real condition, a real situation. So my son burns the food if he cooks alone. And you know, this can be in a conversation. Maybe not that basic, because as I said, right, you are getting far and far and far, okay? Farther and farther and farther of the basic. So maybe this is not the most basic, but it's common. So remember, to be in the basic level doesn't mean that it's easy, no. To be in the basic level, it means that is the necessary to express your ideas, the basic situations, okay? So basic doesn't mean that it's easy. Es que básico es lo fácil, no. Significa que estoy limitado a expresar lo más imprescindible, lo más general. Pero si es algo más específico, no es que sea complicado, pero es más específico. Ya puedo decir más de lo básico, de lo que medio mundo va a tener en un primer contacto o necesito. Personal information, porque si usted va al airport, al hotel, no va a empezar a tomar este tipo de conversaciones, no necesariamente. ¿Qué necesita usted? Decir cómo se llama, entender cómo se llama, entender preguntas, dar información, saludar. So that's why it's basic. No es porque sea fácil, chicos. So in this case, you are getting away of basic level. Entonces pueden expresar ya más cosas que no son de primera mano. ¿Ok? Aunque sea común. So that is the difference. That's why you are now with something else, right? Something else. So if employees, who has number 3? Look, that is negative. So it means that we can use affirmative or negative, right? It doesn't matter. It depends on the idea. Miss Amaya, do you have number 3?
Is employer not in? Well,
Okay, if say that again, please, Miss Amaya.
is employer
Okay, if employees.
not in?
Okay, is in present, Miss Amaya. What is the negative form of present? Simple.
Aren't.
No, ese es para verb to be.
Ya.
Ajá. Es for verb to be is aren't.
Aren't.
Because it's plural. Ok, pero aquí, mire, no tengo be. Dice it. Acuérdense que hay dos grupos, el verb to be y los otros verbos, aunque todos están en simple present. So, what is the negative? Not for verb to be, for other verbs. Doesn't.
Doesn't.
Doesn't it. Okay. If
Doesn't
employees, I mean, excuse me, it's plural, right? So don't. It's plural. So don't. Don't is for present. No aren't because we don't have verb to be, and it's plural. So if employees don't eat, well, continue.
They aren't.
Okay, because there you have verb to be, right? You see the difference. They aren't healthy, correct? So that's the point. You can see here a good example, Miss Amaya. Here you have aren't, both are in present. First idea, the condition, and second idea, the result. Both are in present. But in this case, it's verb to be, I use the form, aren't. In this case, it's any other verb, don't. Okay, don't forget it. Number 4. Who wants to do number 4? Do you want to do it, Mr. Fuentes?
Yes, I do. When she pays her bills on time. She doesn't have to pay extra money.
Correct. When she, in this case, yes, right, doesn't, because it's third person. You see, Miss Amaya? She doesn't pay. Always simple present. But in this case, it's singular, doesn't pay. In the previous was plural, don't pay. She, the second is not verb to be in this case, right? It's always doesn't. Como no es verbo to be, siempre.
The first part is positive.
Yes. Yeah, it is positive. I listen that you say doesn't. Okay, no. Okay, so my mistake. Solo escribí lo que creí oír, pero quizás no oí mal. Y no lo vi. Que yo les creo a ustedes, ¿sabes? Ojos cerrados. Okay, so in this case, she pays. So Mr. Fuentes said she pays. So when she pays her bills on time, she doesn't have to pay extra money. And this is a fact, right? No es que porque yo diga si pagas a tiempo, no pagas. Okay. Más. So you see, it's a real situation. So number 5. Do you have number 5, Mr. Barrientos? Please.
If the incomes teaching.
Incomes, correct.
Same. If the incomes
Verb to be.
if the incomes be good.
No, because we are talking in present, mister. In this case, incomes is plural, right? It's similar to they. What is the form for plural when it's verb to be in present? They are. Remember, Mr. Barrientos, that verb to be takes is, are, or
I say are.
Nobody, I think nobody listened to you because Miss Amaya said the answer. Okay, so I don't know why we didn't listen to you.
An employee receives a bonus.
Okay, if the incomes are good, an employee receives a bonus. Okay.
Receives a bonus is amazing.
Yes, it is. Do you receive, mister?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay. Do you work in the city hall, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that is why.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can invite us to a virtual dinner. No, said Mr. Barrientos. Miren, chicos, no nos quiere invitar Mr. Barrientos con su bonus. Ni porque es virtual. Qué mentiras, mister. Okay, receives a bonus. You see? Do you receive a bonus, guys? Or just Mr. I don't. I don't receive bonus. Just Mr. Barrientos? No, you neither. Miss Amaya, do you receive a bonus? No, I don't. No, I don't. You are mute, Miss Amaya. Okay, no, I don't. Okay, yeah, we don't, right? Just Mr. Barrientos is a lucky man. Okay, perfect, Mr. Barrientos, good. So are, because it's verb to be, and it's plural, and this is singular, receives. So remember, there is not a specific combination, right? You can see here. Well, but just let's do the last. Do you have the last, Miss Amaya?
We sells.
Okay, sell because it's plural,
Sell.
no sells. We sell
More products.
more products.
When we now
Okay,
the customer need.
correct. When we know the customer's need. That's correct. In this case, we have we and we, so no changes, right, in the verb. Both are in present. So in this exercise, you can see all the possible combinations. You see that we don't have restrictions in combination. We can use a negative, negative, affirmative, negative, affirmative, affirmative. No problem. We can use singular person and plural person, plural and singular. Es que no es porque la primera es en plural, la segunda tiene que estar en plural. No, you can see here. Ok, puede ser uno plural, otro singular, singular, o plural, singular, I don't know. Like in number 5, right? We have plural and the other is singular. I mean, the verb, the structure. So you can see here that we have any combination is possible. Don't worry about that, okay? Don't worry about it. Can be just affirmative? No. It's necessary to have affirmative in the first, affirmative in the second, negative in the first, negative in the second idea? No. You can have any combination. Any combination is possible. You see? Okay, so this is it. This is what we have. Okay, now okay, let's do this. You're gonna complete the ideas, please. Let's practice. Now you're gonna create real ideas. Okay, think about it. You can send in the chat any possibility, just complete. If I oversleep, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué me pasa? Esta es la condición para que me pase ¿qué? If I don't study English, agréguenle aquí English. If I don't study English, ¿qué va a pasar? If my sister takes my clothes, or in your case, gentlemen, if my brother takes my clothes, ¿qué le va a pasar? Esa condición, ¿qué resultado va a tener? If I get $1 million, if I get sad, oh, no le va a alcanzar el chat, dice Miss Amaya, para decir todo lo que haría if I get $1 million. Okay. If I get sad, si me pasa esto, ¿qué hago? If I get sad, I do gardening. For example, right, in my case, because I relax, I love gardening, you know. So if I get sad, I go out. I call friends. I stay at home. I don't know. Si tengo esa condición, ¿a qué me lleva? ¿Cuál es el resultado? In this case, we have the conditions. You can see, right? In this case, we have the conditions. So you're gonna answer the result. The results. Okay, so let's do it. I will wait for maybe one idea, 2 ideas. You can choose. You can choose a couple of situations here. Okay, and I'm gonna ask you one, but you choose one, and I'm gonna ask you another. So let's do the first part. You can send it, or you can tell me, or you can send it to the chat, no problem. And let me send this to the group. So you can keep it. give me a second because I'm gonna send it. Okay, let's see what would be the result in those conditions. I hope that you tell me some ideas. So let me share it again. You have it in the chat, but anyway, I'm gonna continue sharing here for you to choose. You know, a recommendation in this topic is good to practice and to recognize one by one, okay? Because when we get to conditional 3, ya después se nos vuelve como, se nos revuelve todo. Si medio veo la primera, medio vi la segunda, al final, ¿cómo era? ¿Cuál era? ¿Con qué era? Presente con futuro, presente con presente, cuál era presente con presente, qué es lo que expresaba con este, qué es lo que expresaba con el otro. So I recommend you that you practice, have clear, study the formula, right? The elements, para que se usa, qué tiempos, y si el primero, present, real things. Pero dígaselo y dígaselo para cuando llegue el segundo, al tercero, al primero, ya cuando los tenga todos, usted los va a manejar sin confusión, porque si medio lo vamos viendo, al final todo es como que se mezcla y ya no sé cuál era el presente con el presente, el futuro, que para qué ocupaba uno, para qué ocupaba el otro, porque al final son 4 combinaciones. Okay, no ideas, nobody? At least one. Send at least one condition, complete one condition. If I'm hungry, I ask for delivery food, I go out, I prepare, or I cook anything, or I prepare a sandwich, I ask for help to my mom, to my wife, I don't know. Any. Choose any condition and tell what happened. What is the result if you have that condition, that situation?
How many sentences, teacher?
1 or 2, Mr. Fuentes. 1 or 2.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask you one. Send one and I'm gonna ask another. Choose one and I'm gonna choose one for you.
Okay.
Teacher, al chat vamos a mandar la respuesta, la oración.
Yes, Miss Amaya. To this chat. No WhatsApp, to this, please, so I can read it here. Okay, let's see. I have one. Let me check. Give me a second. It moves. Moves. Okay. If I don't study, I can have a good job. Okay, that is something in general, right? The condition gives that result in general. That is in general. Remember, guys. Porque alguien, pero aquella persona no estudió teacher y tiene un montón. Bueno, son buenos para negocios, para otro tipo de cosas, because it happens. No, it happens. I have known some people who maybe they studied until 9th grade, or maybe high school or 9th grade, and they have money to travel a lot. They have got big house, etc. But they work really hard, you know, and I have known two people, you know, that different people in my life, that they have a business in the market, and one was a flower business, and the other I don't remember. So they didn't study a lot, but they have good, you know, good incomes. So, but in general, this is true, this is real. No es que Mr. Fuente lo diga, así funciona en general. Those are exceptions. Okay, so remember what I said, please. Don't get confused. Que haya unas excepciones o que haya una que otra situación que no cumple la regla, no lo saca de que no sea algo real y general. En zero. Okay? So this is in general. If I don't study, I can have a good job. Excellent. If I get home early in the afternoon, I take a nap before dinner. Before dinner, just dinner in general. It's not necessary that before dinner. Okay. Excellent. The condition is get home early. Very good, excellent. Let's see the other. if I get home, if I get $1 million, I would invest. Okay, in this case is present, Mister. Acuérdese que tenemos que respetar presente, porque eso ya no es como algo certero, ¿ok? Sino que es algo como general. I invest, porque es como algo concreto. En el cambio, el would es más, se va a posibilidad. En cambio, cuando
It's
yo
a
digo,
future.
it's not that it's future,
It's probably
it's possibility.
possibility.
It's different. En cambio, en este caso no es posible, es algo que usted tiene determinado. So it's better to use I invest money in my own business. Or I create, I start my own business. You see? Okay. So that is the difference, Mr. Barrientos. If we use present, is something concrete, something for real. But if we use would, will, is something maybe just a possibility. That is the difference. Let's see, Miss Amayas. If my sister takes my clothes, I get angry, okay? Or I am angry, okay? Okay, Miss Amaya. Don't be selfish, Miss Amaya. It's good to share with your sisters. Don't do that anymore, Miss Amaya. Okay, let's see. Now, one question for me. I mean, I'm gonna do questions for you. I'm gonna choose one. Mr. Fuentes, tell me, if you are hungry, complete the idea. If you are hungry,
I prepare my snack.
okay, excellent. You do it yourself. You don't need help. Okay, if I'm hungry, if you are hungry, you prepare your snack, your own snack. Mr. Barrientos, if your best friend doesn't call you, tell me this. If my best friend doesn't call me,
Tonight, no, teacher.
no, but complete the idea. What happened?
It's my best friend does call me for the party.
Uh-huh. What happened? What is the result? I go anyway. I go anyway to the party. Okay. Or I invite myself.
Yeah,
No, tell
it's
me.
probably teaching. It's more possible.
No, but tell me, no probability. Tell me true. If my best friend doesn't call me, what happens? I call him. I get angry. I won't talk again with him.
Yeah, it's probably I won't talk.
Okay. Oh, I don't talk
Okay.
again.
I won't talk.
Okay, I don't talk again to that person. Okay, Mr. Barrientos. Okay, don't be bad with your friends. And one for Miss Amaya. Tell me, Miss Amaya, if I get sad, can you complete this idea? If I get sad? Are you around, Miss Amaya? Yes. If I get sad, Miss Amaya?
Sure. Sad que
Sad, triste. I go out. I invite my friends. I stay at home. I talk with my family. I don't know. If I get sad?
I get sad. I eat ice cream.
Okay, I eat ice cream. No good solution, Miss Amaya. That's correct. If the structure, If I get sad, I eat ice cream. I eat a lot of ice cream because it's something real, a real situation. Okay, guys, you see, that is the point. Get real situation. Presente, presente. Okay? En las dos ideas claramente. Condition and result. Así van uniditas. No puedo dar una condition, en este caso, sin result. Esa es la idea. Give a condition and give a result. Okay, well, tomorrow we're going to continue just with one more exercise of this, and the last topic of the unit that is very short. De ahí el resto son como summaries, I mean, feedbacks. Entonces ya voy a enviar al grupo que pueden enviar la unidad 4, porque de hecho lo que viene en la actividad ya hace tiempo lo vimos. Y ahorita solo nos faltaría un temita que es muy corto para terminar los temas de la unidad 4. Y mañana, entonces, si ese tiempo que nos quede, vamos a hacer lo otro que les dije, continuar dándoles más información sobre el otro tema de los dos verbos juntos, ¿ok? Pero ya pueden enviar, bueno, desde hace tiempo podían enviar ya su actividad. So, hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks, Mr. Barrientos, Mr. Fuentes, and Ms. Amaya for your participation. Yes.
Teacher,
Yes.
¿dónde puedo estudiar más lo de so y sash?
So and such.
Es que por eso no he hecho la unidad 4.
No estuve en
Porque
esa clase, Miss Amaya.
llegué al final de esa explicación.
Pero está la grabación, Miss.
Ah, vaya, ahí lo voy a ver entonces. Ok.
Búsquela. Ahí adelante a lo que necesite, vaya viendo.
Va.
Ahí tiene que aparecer en la grabación, tiene que aparecer ahí la parte del so and such para que usted se ubique y no tenga que verla toda si no tiene tiempo. ¿Ok? Si
Y
no,
la grabación está ahí mismo en Classroom.
Yes, dice videoconferencias.
Ah, ok, gracias.
Y ahí están todas.
Okay.
Solo que no recuerdo qué clase fue.
Bye, yo lo busco. Gracias.
Ok.
Gracias.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Miss Amaya.